Marianne, thank you. You're a doll. I love that we're on the same team and that we have the same goals. And oh, I love our team dynamic. So thank you for that good introduction.
Mhm.
It's fun working with you as a goal builder in this business, and I appreciate you very much. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm going to go ahead and mute you guys out. If anyone needs to ask any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. And then at the end, we'll unmute everyone and we'll answer questions, okay? So let me just go ahead and mute you all. Okay, and just so you know, I am recording this, so if you're opposed to having your face on the screen or anything like that, you can mute your camera as well. I'm going to share my screen and we'll go ahead and start this presentation. There we go. Okay, let's see, I always have to move this stuff out of the way. There we go. All right. So really, you guys, thank you so much for being here. We're going to have a good evening tonight talking about this business opportunity through Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel. We're going to talk about IntelliTravel first. But before I even get started, I want you guys to imagine really what your ideal life would be, okay? Imagine the freedom that you could have if you've got all the finances you need. The freedom you could have if you had all the personal, personal time, or excuse me, the personal freedom in your life, and then also the time freedom in your life. People start this business for a lot of different reasons. Some people want to, stay at home with their kids. That was one of the main reasons I started this business. Some people want to add finances, increase their income. And that's also a fantastic reason to start this business. And some people just don't want to be working under a boss anymore, or, a situation like that. So this business really has a lot of solutions to a lot of problems that people face in a traditional workforce, type setting. I started this business because I had a really good job. I had a corporate job where I had a company car and a company phone, and I got a good salary. And shortly after I had my baby, I was fired from that job, like literally overnight. I had the work day. They called me in the evening, told me I was fired, and my job was over. I didn't have a car anymore. I didn't have a phone anymore, and I didn't have an income anymore. So I lived off my savings for a little while, and I was at home with my young daughter, and I just knew that I had to find something to get my income coming in. But I was really struggling because I didn't want to have to put my daughter in daycare. At the time, she was about 6 months old, 5 or 6 months old. And I was on Facebook and I found an ad talking about working from home as a travel agent. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I inquired. I saw a presentation very similar to this, and I determined that it was a good fit for me after, investigating what I needed to. And I haven't looked back. It's been amazing. Like Marianne said, I am a director in the company now, and it's been a life change for me that is definitely for the better. So keep in mind, these different things that we all strive for. Imagine how you can achieve these things through this business as I talk about it tonight. Through this presentation, we're going to talk about designing your ideal life where you can earn more, travel more, save more, and experience more. We can earn more by working at home. We don't have to pay to drive to work. We don't have to pay for all the types of things that we use while at work or lunch at work, those kind of things. We're going to save more on what people are doing anyway, which is travel. I mean, so many people travel for so many different reasons, and it's great that we can help them and in turn create an income for ourselves. Now let's talk about who we are. Within Planet Marketing, this is our founder and the chairman of the board, Mr. Donald Bradley. He is a 7-figure earner with over 20 years marketing experience, and this man is a wizard when it comes to business. Planet Marketing is based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and actually in 2 days is Planet Marketing's 3-year anniversary. So it's a very exciting time, a very exciting company, and it's really great that we do have this solid leadership behind us through Mr. Donald Bradley and others in the business. Now, Mr. James Ferrara, he is a funny guy. We met him at our latest convention, and he is the IntelliTravel co-founder and president. IntelliTravel has been around for over 25 years. They're about 26 years old now, and they do have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, which we all know is very difficult to attain and even harder to difficult to get and even harder, to keep. So we've got a great business behind us with IntelliTravel, a great company. IntelliTravel is the original home-based travel agent platform business. And so it's great that we work for the original. All the rest of them are copies. I mean, there are a lot of travel work from home businesses out there. Now, IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing have an exclusive partnership where Planet Marketing sells IntelliTravel travel agencies. IntelliTravel is fantastic at selling and booking travel, but they weren't so great at acquiring new travel agents. And that's where Planet Marketing came in. Planet Marketing only markets IntelliTravel travel agencies. So it's nice that we have one focus. We aren't scattered all over the place. We're focused on selling IntelliTravel travel agencies as a Planet Marketing representative. Our corporate leadership within Planet Marketing, stellar. Mr. Andy Cawthon, he's the president and CEO. This man, holy cow, he is brilliant. He has decades of executive management and corporate operations and sales experience in many different businesses. If you ever need a laugh, you need to listen to Mr. Andy Cawthon because, man, he's a character. But he's got our back. He will respond to our messages. He puts out his personal cell phone number. Imagine that. He's a great man. Now, Miss Leanne Treckler, she's the COO. She manages the Planet support team. And holy cow, we joke around that she doesn't sleep because, she's all over the place doing everything for everyone. She's a fantastic team supervision and management woman within the company. So we're really lucky to have people who care about us, who care about the business and where it's headed. IntelliTravel has received a lot of awards and recognitions. I could sit here and tell you all day about the great things that IntelliTravel has, but this is documentation for the business. Again, the Better Business Bureau A+ rating, Travel Leader Network, we're in the President's Circle and Elite Agency. You can see all these different recognitions that IntelliTravel has gotten, and it's really special to know that we are part of this situation. Now, becoming a travel agent with IntelliTravel, there are so many possibilities. And the reason why is because, like I mentioned, people are traveling. That we've got people traveling for family reunions. We've got them traveling for school functions, sororities, things like that. We've got people traveling for weddings, honeymoons, destination weddings. We've got sports teams traveling. My sister's daughter, so my niece, she's in this competitive soccer team. And they travel all over the place. The whole team, they up and, go to Vegas or St. George or all over the West doing this competitive soccer. And it's amazing. And those kind of things exist all over the nation. So we're really fortunate that we can market our product, which is travel, to those kind of groups. Really, the people that you can sell travel to is literally endless. So that's pretty fortunate. Travel is an $8 trillion annual industry. It is the largest industry in the world, and it just continues to grow. It's projected to grow to about 15 trillion within the next 10 years. So that's really good for us because there are a lot of home-based businesses that come and go. But as we know, travel is here to stay. People travel for emergencies, for fun, for work. There's so many different reasons that people travel that it's really, really great for us to have all those reasons to support and to help. Travel is a #1 research category online. And it's really ironic that the time frame that people are researching travel is between the hours of 9 to 5. And we all know that between those hours, most people are at work. And so, they're at work and they're on their phones or they're sneaking a little bit of time on their computer at their desk searching travel because people just want to be out doing things. They don't want to be confined to a cubicle most often. And so travel is being researched all the time. #1 research category online. A demographic that's really fueling the growth of travel are the baby boomers. They are at the age of retirement. They're ready to, be done with their work. A baby boomer is set to retire every 20 seconds for the next 20 years. That is a lot of people. That's a lot of people that we can market travel to. And you know what? Baby boomers, they travel well. They're going to stay in nice places. They're going to take nicer cruises. And so, why not help them and in turn create an income for ourselves? Because, most people don't understand this, but if you were to go online and book a trip for yourself, let's say you go online and you book a cruise for yourself, just as a regular consumer, there is a travel agent commission already built into that price. So even though you're booking online by yourself, you are paying a travel agent fee. And that's why as travel agents, we don't have to charge any extra money for our clients to help them because we are paid through the supplier, through the fee that's already built into the travel. So if you were to book a cruise on your own, just online, you're going to be paying 14 to 16% travel agent fee. And that just stays with the cruise line. That's the same for if you book on Expedia or any of those places. You are paying a travel agent fee, but the fee just stays, the commission, just stays with that supplier. So by having people book through us, they're getting the same rates as they can get online or better, and we get to keep the commission versus it staying with those big faceless companies. So that's really a great selling point for this business. People are traveling anyway. There's no extra fee for them to use our services, and we will really provide them the best vacation beginning to end, unlike a website can do. Now, the millennials, they are also spending a lot of money on travel. $200 billion annually is what the millennials are spending. And they like to travel to, it seems like more like cultural places and more exciting places. So it's fun that we have a contrast between, the baby boomers and the millennials type of travel. It's fun that we can accommodate all types of travel within this industry. It is so exciting that we are able to get paid on what people are doing anyway, because almost everyone is traveling, or they really want to travel. It's very rare that I come across someone who just does not want to travel. So let's help them. Let's help them. IntelliTravel is partnered with major vendors worldwide. There are no third-party intermediaries. So what this means is, if I want to book a cruise for my client on Disney, I can literally pick up the phone and call Disney, or I can go onto my Disney for Travel Agents website and book through there. I don't have to go through anybody to get to Disney. I get straight to the source, and if there's ever any issues or anything like that, I can again pick up the phone and call that supplier directly. And we have a close relationship with so many vendors across the world, that we are just really able to provide a great service for our customer. We can call a hotel, for example, Marriott Hotel, and say, hey, I've got a client, they're coming in and they would love to have, rose petals on their bed or chocolate dipped strawberries waiting for them. We can accommodate those things because we can communicate directly with the vendor. This doesn't happen for, the travel clubs and other things that are out there. IntelliTravel is also able to reserve inventory on cruises in group blocks. So what this means is, let's say you've got a customer who really wants to take a cruise over Christmas. Well, let's say they called you today and they're interested in Christmas travel, which we all know that most people book early. But IntelliTravel at the beginning of the year will reserve these big chunks of cabins on a cruise ship. So your customer can go online and try to find the cruise themselves. It may appear to be sold out, but they can come to you and you can typically find them a space on that cruise because IntelliTravel has those rooms reserved. And so we look really great because we're able to get our customer that cruise that they want, potentially at a lower price because we have reserved it on a group booking. And so it's really nice that we kind of have, that chunk of space that is just for us. No one else can buy those spaces on that cruise. When you sign up with this business, you do get really fantastic customer support and service. You've always got a team to rely on and fall back on if you have any kind of questions. Our team dynamic is very strong and we help each other out. It's not like a secret environment where what I know I'm not going to share with someone else, because that just makes no sense. There's enough information, enough love to go around, and if we ever have any questions, we can pop in the messages, in the groups or in the chat and just say, hey, I'm struggling with this, or can you help me find a fantastic place for my client in Africa? And we can help each other out with that. When you enroll, you do get your very own personalized website. And that's very cool because you can let people go onto your website and book travel themselves, just like they might do on Expedia or a site similar to that. The great thing about that is, even though you're not the one physically doing the work, booking that trip, because it was booked through your back office, you get the commission for it. So that's very exciting. You can literally make money while you sleep if you've got clients booking travel while you're snoozing. We can't be sad about that. IntelliTravel also has a fantastic email marketing program where you can schedule times that your emails can be sent out to your clients on a different time basis, that whatever you choose, whether it be weekly, 2 times a month, it's totally up to you. We've got printed material that you can send to customers in through the mail, like what's the word I'm looking for? I totally just drew a blank. Oh, postcards. You can send postcards through the mail, or we also have digital things that we can send them via email. So we have a lot of opportunities to stay in contact with our clients and, you know, keep in their mind that we are travel agents and we are happy to provide a service for them. With IntelliTravel, you do get 70 to 80% of the commissions paid on a booking. Now, what that means is, let's say you do a booking for Disney. We get 10% on Disney bookings. So if your price for the Disney trip is $5,000, your commission is $500, and you get 70 to 80% of that $500 dispersed to you from IntelliTravel. So let's talk about how much we can earn. I mean, of course, we all want to know how much we can earn by doing this business. Let's say you do have a person who wants to book on your website. They're a frequent business traveler. They're going to stay in a hotel 3 times a month, and it's booked through your portal, through your website, okay? So literally all you've done is given this person your web address, and they go on there and book. You can make a commission of $151 for doing this. Actually, you didn't really do it. You just gave them your web address, and they did it themselves. So imagine if you had a few people a month doing that. That would be some great income coming into you, and you were very hands-off on it. Of course, you can provide them service because you will get alerted that someone has booked travel through your website, and you can help them along the way if they need any other assistance. Let's say we've got a golf trip planned, a 5-day golf trip for a group of 4, okay? So if you've ever booked travel for yourself, booking travel for someone else is really no different. All you do is you find out what they want to do, where they want to go, how many people, and you present them with a couple options. And they agree on it, and so you gather up, you know, the necessary information, their name, their address, their billing information, all of that, and you type it in and you make the booking. I mean, really, it's not, there's no big secret to being a travel agent as far as how the bookings work. So let's say you did this 5-day golf trip, okay? And something like this would probably take me, I would say 2 to 3 hours to do a booking like this. You earn a potential commission of $274. Now that's for one booking for 2 to 3 hours of your time. If you could accomplish one of these, you know, once a week, once, you know, every other day, you could make a fantastic income doing this business for sure. Let's step it up a little bit. A 7-day honeymoon, all-inclusive resort. Oh, and this sounds so good right now. All-inclusive resort in Cancun, complete with butler service, a 7-day. This might take you just a little bit longer because you might be communicating back and forth with your bride and your groom a little bit more than you might with, 4 people going on a golf trip. But doing something like this, and I should mention, I went to Cancun on my honeymoon. I was not a travel agent at the time. I wish I would have been, because we booked online and we missed out on a potential payback, basically, on our own travel at $561. I wish we'd have known of that, of this business when I went on that vacation. But pretty amazing. And you can earn these commissions for travel you're booking for your clients or travel that you book for yourself. So it's really nice when I go on trips, I get a confirmation number, which everyone gets if they're traveling, and I also get a commission check when I come home. So that's pretty special to me, and I love to travel, and so it's nice knowing that I'm going to travel anyway, so I may as well get a return on what I'm doing. Now, cruises, a 5-day group cruise to the Caribbean. I went on a cruise to the Caribbean in January, and it was fantastic. This example here is 20 cabins on a cruise, so that's 40 people. Now you may think, I don't know 40 people, but I guarantee you, as soon as you get 1 or 2 people booked on that group cruise, they're going to start telling their friends. They're going to say, hey, come with me on that cruise. Come on, let's do this, And in no time at all, you've got 20 cabins booked. You can approach churches, you can approach sports teams, schools, sororities, all those kind of things that I mentioned in the beginning. Destination cruise wedding, that's a thing. That would be very easy to fill up 20 cabins on something like that. So for this booking, this may take you, I don't know, maybe 10 hours of your time, maybe more, around that zone, I would say. But you could earn a potential commission of $2,240 for one booking. I know people who don't make that an entire month. So if you're diligent, if you work your business, you can see these examples here. You really could be providing yourself with the financial freedom that really everyone imagines and everyone wants. So let's talk a little bit more about having fun while we learn and earn in our business. we're able to take different courses that are presented to us by our different suppliers, like Disney, like Marriott, like Princess Cruise Line. And we're able to do these free trainings and get certifications within that particular area. And what this does is it better educates us on that specific vendor, so we're able to sell it better to our client. We get those certifications. It's like a little, looks like a diploma. You can print it up and hang it on your wall if you'd like. And this is really a fantastic way to just position yourself as a travel professional. You know, you can complete your course and, you know, take a screenshot of it and post it on your Facebook and just let people know, hey, I am now a specialist in booking you a vacation to Mexico. And people really respond to that. And it's, you know, very much appreciated that we continue our education within our business. Also within this business, we have what are called IntelliTrips. These are trips put on specifically by IntelliTravel for IntelliTravel agents. They are so cool. This one right here, this example is a 2-day Bahama cruise. This one happened in September. I missed out on it, unfortunately. But this was a 2-day Bahama cruise, and the price for that, an ocean view cabin, $289. A balcony, $329. I mean, a balcony for $329 is unheard of. And to be on this celebrity cruise to the Bahamas for those rates are pretty astonishing. The reason we're offered these at such a great price is so we can get on that ship, so we can tell our client, listen, I went on that pool on the top deck, that middle pool, and it was awesome. It would, you know, really it's so we can just get in the trenches and find exactly what's great on that ship or at that resort or whatever the trip happens to be, because we're always able to sell something better if we're familiar with it. And that's why these trips exist. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the guarantees that IntelliTravel offers for all of us. This first one is the best travel price guarantee. This is a really great one for you and your customer. The reason why is, let's say you do book that Cancun vacation for that honeymoon. If you find this price, or if you book it and then you see this somewhere else cheaper, you just need to present it to IntelliTravel, and it has to be the same. It has to be a package where it's the same flight, the same hotel, you know, the same accommodations. And if we can't meet or beat that price that you have found elsewhere, IntelliTravel will give your customer a credit for the difference plus 10%. And that's to be used on future travel booked through you. And that's really great because not only does your customer have a credit, which they can use later, I mean, who doesn't love that? But they'll also be booking it through you. And so that guarantees you a repeat customer, because no one wants to let a credit go to waste for travel. Nobody. So that's a really great guarantee. That's one of 3. Let me tell you about the second one. This one is our 100% no questions asked money back guarantee. What this means is, if you start your IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing business, and within that first 30 days, you just decide it's not for you. You don't have to have a reason. You don't have to explain yourself. You just decide it's not for you. You just contact the company and, you know, request to cancel your enrollment. You can do that, and you'll get all of your investment feedback within that first 30 days. Really, no questions asked. You are not obligated to stay with the business for any length of time. There are no contracts, no quotas. You can work as much or as little as you want. How much you work and how much you earn really is up to you. When I first started this business, I'm going to be honest, I didn't know if I was cut out for it. I had never done anything like this before. I was just sitting at home being a mom. I mean, that's what I was doing at the time. I didn't know if it was something I would excel at. So I thought the worst that could happen is I sign up and, you know, I get 30 days worth of free travel agent training, of travel agent training, and then I cancel my business, and, you know, I get my money back. Well, I know how to book travel better now. If I work, you know, if I did the training for those 30 days and I'm not out any money, I was sitting at home anyway, so, you know, just had time. So this really is what got me to really go for it and sign up for the business, because I realized I had nothing to lose financially. You know, I was in a spot where I had to be careful with my finances at the time. So this was a really important guarantee to me, and it has been important for a lot of people. So I'm glad it exists. It's really hard to tell if you like a business until you actually get in and give it a try. So we offer this. You can come and try it 30 days and decide if it is for you. We also have a risk-free profit guarantee. Now, this one is, if you start your business and you work your business for a year, you know, if you really make an effort to work your business, if at the end of that year you haven't made more money or save more money on your own travel than you have paid in yearly dues, monthly dues, you will actually get a check for the difference. So let's say your yearly was, I don't know, $500. I'm just throwing out a number, but you only made $300 in a year. You will get a check for $200 to make up the difference. So you are guaranteed to break even in your first year in this business, if not better, through your own efforts. I heard some statistic that if you purchase a McDonald's franchise, you can expect to start making a profit in 10 years' time. I don't know if I would have the patience for that, a 10-year time frame until you earn a profit. And IntelliTravel guarantees that you will not lose money in that first year. So pretty special guarantee, and it's pretty great to know that IntelliTravel trusts their product so much that they will offer this guarantee. Now I have talked about enrollment fees and that type of thing, and this is how the enrollment fee breaks down. It is $199.90 to become a Planet Marketing Rep and IntelliTravel travel agent. And to do it that way, you really are maximizing both opportunities. You're able to book travel as a travel agent. You're able to get a commission off of all that travel, and you're also able to sell you're also able to sell IntelliTravel travel agencies. So it's really wonderful to be able to leverage the benefits and perks of two wonderful companies. So the way that $199.90 breaks down, it's $59.90 a month for the unlimited support and monthly maintenance fee of both businesses. So the way it breaks down is, let's say you just are being an IntelliTravel travel agent. That's $179.95 to enroll. Again, you'll earn the commission on all the travel sales that you make for yourself or for clients. You're given the guaranteed best prices, VIP travel benefits, and you do get that personalized website that I mentioned through IntelliTravel as soon as you enroll. $179.95 to enroll and $39.95 a month for the unlimited support and maintenance of your business. Now, the Planet Marketing Rep is a $19.95 enrollment and $19.95 a month. No product purchases required. What I really love about this business is I literally can pick up my laptop, pick up my phone, and go anywhere in the world that I can find a wireless signal, and I can work my business. I don't have any physical product that I have to buy and keep on hand. I don't have to ship anything out. Everything we do is digital. And so you can just go anywhere. I mean, you can be a nomad really and still work this business. And that is cool because I have a hard time staying at one place. And this is great for me. In fact, when we moved here, I didn't have a job. We moved to about 7 years ago. And it was very difficult to find a job in this small town. And I wish at that time I had this business, because I could have just, picked up my computer, moved to our new house, and continued business as normal. So it's really fortunate that way that we have that capability. So again, to have your own business, Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel is $199.90 to enroll. And that would be the amount that you would get back should you choose to cancel your your enrollment with the company. Now, I want to talk about the Planet Marketing side of the business. I've talked about the IntelliTravel, and this is the marketing compensation plan, which is a really great way to capitalize on the power of leverage and residual income. And before I started this business, I couldn't have told you what those things meant. But now I know them, I understand them, and I love them. Warren Buffett, insanely wealthy man, he says, we can never rely on a single source of income. You must invest to create a second source. And, that's true. We spend so much time, a lot of us, going to, work for somebody else and building their empire and their dream, when really we could be spending that same amount of energy creating our own empire. So that is something that I love with this business. Let me tell you how the leverage income works with Planet Marketing. So every time you make a direct sale, which is you sell a travel agency to somebody else, you will earn $50 for that direct sale. That will happen as many times as you create a sale. There's no limit to how many times you can do that. Now, let's say that you recruit somebody. I brought Marianne on into the business, and so when I did that, I earned $50 for bringing her on. Now, let's say that Marianne goes out and recruits someone else, sells someone else a travel agency business. She'll earn that $50, and because I'm her sponsor, I get a 50% check match on all of the work that she does in recruiting. So she'll earn the $50 and I earn $25 for the work that she's doing. This is where the leverage income comes in. So every time she brings somebody into the business, I'm going to be earning $25. Now, I might never know that she's bringing somebody on, but that $25 will show up in my paycheck, and that's pretty exciting. So we do have team bonuses as well, and as you promote to different levels, you get an extra $10 per person that you sell a travel agency to, and you also earn an extra $10 for your direct sale matches. So because I have over 9 people on my team, I got myself up to that $10 promotion bonus. So you get a $60 payment for every time you make a direct sale, and a $35 payment for each time your recruit then brings someone else onto the business. Again, no limit on direct sales, matches, or team bonuses. And with Planet Marketing, commissions are paid weekly. So if I were to recruit somebody this week, I get paid for that work next week. I really love getting paid weekly. That's very nice. With the Builder program, at the beginning I mentioned that Marianne is a Gold Builder. So how the Gold Builder program works is, as we go through this company, this business, we like to recognize when people are doing a great job, recognize when they're helping other families. So once somebody is able to help 3 different families create their own new business and become a travel agent, you're considered a Bronze Builder. You get, you get your name on a flyer and you get a pin sent to you. It's very exciting. Once you're able to help 6 people start up their own travel agency business, you become a Silver Builder. Also very cool. Same thing, face on a flyer, another pin. And then when you become a Gold Builder, you have personally helped 9 families start their own travel agency from home. Once you hit Gold Builder, that's when the beauty starts, because that's where the first level of the $10 team bonuses come in. So again, you'll get $60 versus $50 for each enrollment, and you'll get the $35 versus $25 for each direct sale match that your recruits do. Also, as a Gold Builder, because I have more than 9 people that I have personally sponsored into this business, I get a 10% match on all of the travel commissions that they make. So if Marianne goes out and books that Disney vacation we were talking about and she earns that $500 commission, I get 10% of what she's making. Now that doesn't mean that that 10% comes out of her paycheck. I'm not taking money from her. I'm getting paid that 10% from the company saying, hey, thanks for bringing Marianne on. If it had not been for you bringing her onto the business, she wouldn't have made that booking. We wouldn't have had, this addition to our business. So thank you. That's really what it's about. So I'm not taking money from Marianne's pocket. I'm sure she'll be glad about that. Now, I also am able to get a 10% match on all my personal reps matrix commissions, and I'll explain that in a minute. But really, when you sign up as a Planet Marketing rep, you should be shooting to be a Gold Builder, because that's where their money, starts compounding and starts becoming better. So, if you're going to sign up, you may as well go for the gold, if you ask me. Now, matrix commissions are paid out monthly. So with IntelliTravel, until you're a director, you'll get paid up to 5 times a month. You'll get paid your monthly matrix commission. And if you're recruiting somebody each week, you'll get paid each week. So very cool to be getting, multiple payments throughout the month. So the way the payments work through our residual income on our matrix is you will receive $4 for each person you have on your team per month who's active, okay? So if you have 3 people that you have helped into the business, and I should step back just a second, because you don't have to have brought on these 3 yourself. This is a team build. And so let's say that I brought on 2 people, but somebody else that I brought on 1. So that creates my team number of 3, and I'll earn $12 a month because I've got those 3 people within my matrix. Now you can see the farther down you go, the different amount of personal active ITAs that you've got. The potential is incredible down here. So let's say you've got 27 people on your team. Obviously 27 times 4 is not 156, but it is if you add these 2 numbers onto it. So the layers below add on the layers above. So pretty exciting with that. So let's say that you filled up your matrix. You're a superstar, your team was amazing, and in total you guys brought on 19,683 people. This would fill up your matrix, and this would give you a potential payout per month of $118,000. Now, I'd be okay with that per month. Now let's pretend you only were able to do 10% of that. I mean, I'd be totally fine with a 10% payout of this every month. And I think most of us would. So let's say that Marianne has 81 people on her team, okay? She's earning the $480 payment for her matrix pay per month. Because I'm her personal sponsor, I will receive 10% of this matrix pay. So I get a $48 paycheck because Marianne is on my team being amazing, and that's the amount she's at. And that happens for every person I have beneath me. No limit, again, to how many times this can happen. So very, very exciting. The earning potential is amazing with this residual income team build matrix. Now, I mentioned the director status within this program. Once you have 100 people on your team who are active travel agents right here, you are a one-star director, and this is a very exciting time. You get this very cool jacket, awards and recognitions. It's very cool. But once you hit 100 people, and this is not 100 people that you personally have brought on, it's 100 people that your team collectively have brought onto the business. You become a one-star director, and you receive a $500 month bonus. At the first of the month, you just $500 saying, hey, thanks for being a director, way to go. And then your team bonus goes up $10 again. So that means for each person I bring onto the business as a director, I get $70. And each time that my direct brings someone else onto the business, I earn $45. So you can see as you go up to different director levels, your team bonus adds on to itself. So if you're a 5-star director, your team bonus is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then 60 for the gold builder, if we had a gold builder right here. So each time a 5-star director personally brings somebody onto the business, they're making $110 because they've got the original $50 for the enrollment plus the team bonuses, the 6 different team bonuses. So that's pretty cool. Now this is on top of their $10,000 a month bonus for being a 5-star director. You see, a 2-star gets $1,000 a month bonus, 3-star gets $200, 4-star gets $15, all the way up to a 9-star. The highest we have in the company currently is a 5-star director. We've got 2 folks who are 5-star directors. So that's very exciting. And you can see the amount of people that you would need to reach these different levels, 500 for a 3-star, 1,500 for a 4-star. And again, this is a team effort. This is not just you bringing on 1,500 people or 100 people. Now, as a director within Planet Marketing, a 1-star director, you are guaranteed a minimum income of $1,000. So if for whatever reason your monthly income doesn't equal $1,000, let's say it's only $800, they will send you a check for an additional $200 to make sure you are getting at least $1,000 as a 1-star director. And that's pretty cool. That's really great to know that you have that guaranteed payment as a 1-star director. So as a building within this company, we do have recognition, and it's shiny recognition. We get sapphire rings, and we were at convention in September, and there were 14 new sapphire ring earners that were recognized at convention. So what this means is that they're earning at least $100,000 a year in their Planet Marketing business. This is independent of the money they're making through IntelliTravel. So if you earn a ruby ring, you're getting $250,000 minimum a year. The diamond ring, $500,000, and the double diamond, holy moly, $1 million. We've got a gentleman who is very, very close to reaching that double diamond status within the business. He anticipates reaching it this year. And this is only from the Planet Marketing side of the business. Very exciting. Once you become a 5-star director in the company, you get that fancy Rolex watch, all those shiny diamonds. Very cool. They like bling in this business. They like it. So IntelliTravel and Planet Marketing are both turnkey businesses. They both have websites that you can track your back office. You can book things through your back office. With Planet Marketing, you can send information to prospective people who are interested in the business. You can send them videos, different type of information. We have all sorts of training in our back office, different videos, different books, different self-help type things. And we have such fun events. We have live events. We have a yearly convention. We've got weekly trainings and meetups all across the nation. And we're having a fantastic 3-year anniversary party on the 27th in Birmingham, Alabama. So this company likes to get together. We're spread all across the nation. We're actually in 21 different countries. So it's always fun for everyone to get together when possible. Now, Planet Marketing has a pledge for when you become director. And I'm just going to read it to you because I really love how it's put. Now, you become a Planet Marketing director. Feel secure in knowing that in the event of your death, the Planet business you built will outlast you. Your family will still receive your Planet Marketing weekly commission, director pay, director bonus, and monthly residual income. So if you are to pass away, once you become director, your family is guaranteed to still receive those 4 times of payment, even if you're gone. And it's really amazing because you might think, okay, well, if I'm dead, my team is going to just fizzle and be nothing anymore. Well, that's not true, because the other directors within the company have pledged that were this to happen, we'll reach in and help your team grow. We won't just let your team, atrophy and become nothing, because we want to still keep supporting your family and helping them along. So your family could potentially be earning more money after you've passed away because your team continues to grow. And that income will go to your family as long as Planet Marketing is around and is a business. So this could go on for many, many generations, this pay that you created as a Planet Marketing director. When I first heard this pledge, I was not a director at the time. And when I heard it, I knew at that moment that I had to be a director. I knew I wanted to pass on something to my child more than just a bill upon my death for funeral services or whatever. So this was very important to me. This really drove me on to, achieving my goal of being a director. And it is nice to know that this will continue, long past me. So that's the end of our presentation tonight. And I would love for you to make a decision for wherever you're at. 3 is, no, thank you. This was fun hanging out for a little while tonight, but just not interested. And that's totally okay. We realize this business is not for everyone. But please just, get back to the person who sent you here. Let them know that. And if nothing else, book travel through that person in the future, because we're all here to try to make a living and make a better situation for our family. So if you're not a 3, you might be a 2. That means you like what you've seen, but you've got questions. Totally understandable. Totally understandable. So in that case, please do, again, get back with the person that sent you here. Let them know that you have whatever question, and we'll make sure we get those addressed, and you can go from there and make an educated decision for yourself on if this is a good fit for you or not. Number 1 means I'm ready to go. Hey, here's my information. Let's get signed up. Let's make this happen. And that's fantastic too. We love that too. And if you do begin this business, again, you will have amazing support. You have a great team behind you. You will not be in this on your own. We work for ourselves, but we don't work by ourselves, and that's a beautiful thing. Even though I'm sitting at home, in my living room office with my 2-year-old, I don't feel alone because I can reach out to so many different people on the team at any given time and get the support that I need, and that's invaluable. I really enjoy that about this business. So start your journey of success. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with 1 step, and we hope that tonight this 1 step does involve Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel. So I thank you for being here. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I just want to open up the webinar, the mute. I'm going to unmute everybody. And if anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer any of them. So just to let you know, I'm unmuting you all. So if you're yelling at your dog or your child, you might want to stop. Okay, everyone's unmuted. Beatrice, hi, I didn't see you in the beginning. Thanks for joining us. All right, does anyone have any questions? Don't be shy. We don't believe that there are any silly questions in this business. We love answering all questions.
Okay, so I was wondering if we could go to back to the payment part. I heard this earlier, and so the enrollment fee is $199.90, right?
Yes, that's right.
And then after we pay the enrollment fee, we pay $59.90.
Yeah, that's after the first month. There is no monthly fee for the first month. So when you enroll, you just have to pay the the one-time enrollment, and then after 30 days is when you get billed that $59.90.
Okay.
Is that what you were asking? Does that answer that? I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Anything else, Bea? Charlie?
Was that it, Beatrice?
I sip on my Mountain Dew and take a Kit Kat break on this woman down there in the bottom of my screen.
That was a good question because I did fail to mention that there was no monthly fee the first month. So I appreciate you asking that. Thank you. Jen, did you have any questions I could answer for you? Okay, I guess not.